Hi. This is going to be my sort of reaction / analysis of what song is next. Nevermore is next. Okay, so I don't know if I can necessarily call this a sort of reaction, because I think I've listened to this song like 1 or 2 times when the volume first ended. I didn't repeat it a great deal, but yeah, I think this is the Bees one. There are 2 singers, there are 2 female singers, which is nice. I like the trend. I like them working with, I like the collaborations. But I'm going to start this. This should be an exciting one. It might be frozen. Oh. It's very dramatic. I'm into it. This is the B one, about Adam from BrightChimera's perspective. I like the double usage of Nevermore. And they use words for 2 different ways. They're so brave. Fighting for freedom instead of running away. And admitting that he did get something over them before, but now I won't stop them now. Very much from the Blake perspective, Adam. Oh, this is beautiful. Blake's summoning up this up beautifully. Oh, I love Blake so much. She's so brave. And she's perfectly summarising what's wrong with Adam, what's right with her, and how much she's grown in this song. In her part of it. Let's go. Oh, and you have like piano cue, which is usually associated with Blake. I love that. This is the Yang bit. No, that bit's Blake. Perfect. And this is definitely Yang. I have difficulty differentiating voices sometimes, but yeah. The other singer actually does remind me a bit of Yang's voice actress a little bit. Something about the register. I don't know if I'm projecting or not, but that's nice. I haven't heard of her. I don't know what she's from. I'm not good with names. I like it because it is a very sad sort of thing. This is the sad thing about Adam. It's not that he was secretly good, like some people seem to believe somehow, but you know, what could have been and what is instead and what they have to do. And they know it's wrong, but they sort of have to. This is great. This might be the easiest one to sing along to so far. Oh, that quick dramatic sort of end. Oh, now I have to figure out how to pause this. Give me a minute with my very slow laptop. There we go. No. There we go. Honestly. My laptop likes to challenge me sometimes. One point in trivia, this song shares its name with a species of grim. Yeah. See, that's the thing that's sort of like, I don't know, I got mixed up about what was what before, you know, song-wise. And I think, like, you know, Nevermore, it's... I'm gonna search Nevermore if... Okay, this might be a mistake because of how slow my laptop is. Okay, So, Nevermore definition. I might be putting too much pressure on my laptop. But, yeah, I don't know if I necessarily associated, like, because I don't know, I hear Nevermore and I think of the Grimm first now. And I never really associated that one with Young and Blake specifically. Or Adam. Yeah, at no future time, never again. It's interesting because of it. The most famous use of Nevermore is in Edgar Allan Poe's poem The Raven. Quoth the Raven, Nevermore. Okay. I guess that's why they're called that then. The more you know. But yeah, I never really associated that sort of grim with Young and Blake specifically. So that's why I was like, this song called Nevermore, and I was like, what's that about? There's no Nevermore really important in Volume 6, apart from, like, you could argue that fight scene with Maria before she was tragically blinded, you know, where she did that call turning the Nevermore into stone thing. But, yeah, so I was like, oh, someone called Nevermore, that's weird. But in terms of Nevermore is in the actual meaning of Nevermore, it works perfectly. And this is another perfectly encapsulating a moment kind of song. You know, Blake has been, like, just literally everything perfectly. I don't even, like, know how much to say about it. But Blake ran away so much because she was scared, and, like, not in a sort of... I don't ever want to call Blake a coward, you know, like, I have mental health issues too, like, anxiety and such. You can just panic and be moving away before you even realise, you know, she didn't choose to run away to save herself. In fact, it's always been about other people. But nevermore will I be afraid, nor will I run away. I'm so proud of her. And they do sort of admit that Adam has sort of got something over on them and sort of won before with, like, in terms of this being a fight. You know, because he has got, like, a lot of heavy hits on them mentally, but that doesn't mean, like, they won't pull through and stop him. Freedom is finally here. They're free of him. I mean, obviously, they're ideally they need therapy, but the mental health sort of system of treatment in Remnant, I'm not sure there was one before the fall where everything has become a mess. I don't know if there is one now. Probably not. So yeah, they'll have to heal, but they are free of him. The threat is gone. And we have more stuff from Blake. It's just so perfect. Oh my god. You talked of subjugation. I answered your violent plea. Youth and infatuation kept me too blind to see. You think you're someone's hero. You're hiding more than your eyes. I challenge your weak manifesto. The goal of a saviour is not to be lionised. Just getting in there, Blake. Doom, 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 doom. Truth bombs. Because technically, if you think about how the ages sync up and that, Adam is a few years older than Blake. So, like, when she... I think Blake hadn't seen her parents for about 5 years or so before she did. And she was about 17, 18-ish then, roughly, I think. So that means 12 or 13 or something when she left. And Adam was kind of leading something at that time, then, like a part of the White Fang. So, I don't know, maybe 18, roughly, to be considered some kind of, like, adult enough for that kind of responsibility. So, like, you know, an 18-year-old manipulating a 12-year-old into following him and being part of his cult and actually having a relationship with him. Like, Adam is a disgusting human being. He really is. It's the fact, youth and infatuation, like, specifically, that quite paints a picture about the kind of gross kind of manipulation. You know, like, manipulating Ilya was very bad, and, like, and that was based on, like, grief, but on here they're like, I don't know. I don't want to say, like, one's worse than another in any way, because they're not. It's just bad, but the kind of, it shows the ways that he would manipulate someone. Literally any means in his disposal. And yikes. Because he literally had, like, a romantic relationship with, like, a 12 or a 13-year-old. And abused her. So, yikes. I might have to put a trigger warning on this little thing for a brief mention there. I apologise. I just think it's necessary when addressing Blake's past in relation to Adam specifically, because he is an abuser. That is a lot of his character. Not all of it, but a lot of it in regards to what we see through the show. But yeah, I love that. You're hiding more than your eyes. That's the perfect sort of zing, you know, because obviously the mask and the ribbon, and that was a great reveal. But you think you're someone's hero, and the goal of a saviour is not to be lionised. I said about in lionised, he wants glory, he wants praise, he wants recognition, more than he actually wants what's meant to be the sort of end goal of, you know, equality. If someone's claiming to do a good thing purely because and like, look at me, I want credit, look at me, it doesn't really count so much, does it? And he wasn't even really doing good things, you know. You just don't attack schools, guys. So yeah, it's literally, it just sums it up perfectly, the flaws with Adam. And I love that she uses the word manifesto as well. That very much relates to the sort of idea of like the political things and the sort of cult thing and such. But of his evil white fang. But yeah, perfectly summarises the history of their relationship. Back when it started, I thought justice was your goal, then in darkness you lost your mind, I lost my soul, that's in the past and I won't be controlled. Yeah. She realises that she was wrong about him, because, you know, he manipulated her, and he started to become more unstable. She lost her soul, and that's in the past and I won't be controlled. He made her do bad things in the past when she was part of the White Fang, but not anymore. You can't control her now. You can't manipulate her anymore. It makes me sad, the sort of lyrics that she uses, I lost my soul. Like, Blake, no, you still have a soul. You're not broken or incomplete. Oh. It makes me sad, the idea that she thinks that she has no soul because of the things that she did, and that she only did because someone manipulated her into doing them. But yeah, that's in the past and I won't be controlled. She's putting it behind her. She's acknowledging it happened and accepting it and putting it behind her so she can move on with the rest of her life. And that's, I think that's a pretty positive message to send about it. About, like, bad things that happened to you in the past in general. Because you can't get rid of it and you can't ignore it. You have to sort of be like, yes, this happened and this happened as a result of it, but it doesn't have to control the rest of my life. I think that's a pretty good message to sort of try and live by. Nevermore you'll torture my heart and my head. Ugh. Blake deserved so much better. I hate him. And there's some repetition. You have me down defeated, a state that I can't allow. It's over my fears retreated, and more like an army now. You offered hope, salvation, gave me a place to be, but your vision of liberation was all about you. It would never apply to me. Ooh. That's nice. That's nice. It does continue in the same vein, you know, for a bit, about how he manipulated her and she kind of shut down more, and now she's moving past that. But you offered hope, salvation, gave me a place to be, but your vision of liberation was all about you, it would never apply to me. That I love a lot. It very much drives home the sort of idealization that she had about him in the past, and the way that some unhealthy relationships work is the abuser draws the sort of victims, survivor, however you want to word it, they sort of draw them to them and make them sort of like dependent on them, and separate their ties to other people that they could get help and support from, and also people that could help them realise that relationship is unhealthy and that they should get out of it, you know. So the person doesn't, like, one, realise specifically how bad this is and how they need to get out, and two, so they don't possess like the sort of resources or emotional support systems in order to get out. Like that kind of tactic, because it very much feels like gave me a place to be, like a home. Like home is a person, home is a person, not a place, sort of thing. That's what that makes me think of. Like, she thought he was that person, but he wasn't. And I like how it was. Not only does the vision of liberation was all about you, not only does that relate so hard to Lion Eyes and him wanting all this glory, it would never apply to me. That's fantastic, because that works on multiple levels. That works on he's selfish and doesn't care about other people kind of thing, like in terms of him being a villain, but also works in terms of him being an abuser and not thinking about her specifically. Like, you know, if he apparently loved her, he would specifically care about, you know, her and how she's treated and stuff by the world and stuff like that. And not only that, but like, it never applied to me, as in like somewhat like a Faunus as well, who is meant to be fighting for, like, he's carving a name for himself instead of actually achieving some kind of social change that would improve the treatment of the Faunus in different ways. You know, like he could be trying to change laws and regulations which allow Faunus to be exploited, and try and improve workers' rights and safety regulations in dust mines and stuff like that, and try to get awareness or just something. Trying to think about any kind of social change that has happened in the world, and a lot of it is kind of legal red tape as well as raising awareness and protests. It's all very complicated. Generally not attacking schools and killing people. Especially some of your own leaders who you're meant to be fighting and rioting and protesting with, who are actual activists, in a manner of speaking. So, yeah, he's liberating himself and literally no one else, ever, pretty much. I won't say it, Marta. It's my turn to take back what you stole. And this time I'm smarter. I made a vow. I'm not alone, not dying. Now we're protecting our own. Yes! This is a Yang bit. Oh, I love Yang so much. I love Yang. I love that. It's like, no, I'm not gonna sit here and feel sorry for myself. I'm gonna sort of take back my, you know, pride, security. I think security is confidence, and she's grown, she's smarter now. I was gonna say, I made a vow. protect her partner and her friends and stuff, I suppose, and to herself, and if she has the support of Blake, and they're protecting each other. I love that, we're protecting our own. I'm not protecting her, like she's not protecting me, I'm not protecting her, we're protecting each other. I love that. It references that moment so perfectly. Yang, you're wonderful. I love Yang. Oh my god. Yeah, she doesn't want to be this kind of, you know, just a victim sort of thing. She's Yang, she's herself, she's a person, and now she's gonna help Blake and be helped. Because that's what a functioning relationship is. You're both there for each other. It's perfect. She can finally feel safe with Adam gone. Finally learn who this mystery person is, not build him up in her brain or anything like that, and not have this sort of shadow looming about, because she knows physically that he's dead. He can never hurt her, never hurt Blake, never hurt anyone else again. Start to get closure and start the healing process. I'm glad. She needs that peace. She needs that peace of mind. You know, like the world's still ending, but recover from the trauma that you can. And this is a repetition thing. I get to the sort of climax of the song. I love this bit. And that's like both of them together, isn't it? There's no cause to celebrate, another soul consumed by hate and spite, another destroyed life. There's no pleasure, there's no joy, it's just a story of a boy who lost his way, in shadows strayed, he'll see the light of day. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, it's a very sad story, like, you know, about Adam. It's just, you know, he was born, he was treated absolutely terribly, he was exploited and branded like an animal, and he decided to join a group, and instead of becoming someone who could help improve the lives of others, all he did was cause more pain, add more pain in the world, and then he was killed, he was stopped. Self-defense. And it is very sad. You know, like, you know, we the viewers, a lot of us enjoyed watching Adam die. It made me very happy. But, you know, it is a sad story. No one wants that to happen to someone. No one wants someone to be hurt like that, or to hurt others like that. But those are the choices he made. You know? I like that they sort of... This song, like, it acknowledges that he did have this tragic backstory, and some of that, like, that affected his motivations, but at the end of the day, he made these choices. Because a lot of the time, in media, you'll get this character, generally a guy, who is abusive and horrible, and then they'll be like, oh, but some people were horrible to him in the past, so everything he does now is okay. And it's like, no. You know, like, things can explain things without excusing things. You know, like he wasn't mind controlled and he wasn't manipulated. You know, like Ilya was manipulated, and when she figured that out, she stopped. You know? But yeah, I like that. It doesn't victim blame or anything like that. Bad things happened to him, and then he did bad things. And it's very sad. And I like the way that in Shadows Strayed he'll see the light of day, because obviously Blake shadows and Yang is like the day and stuff like that, but they invoke those sort of the symbology and like the sort of cues we have for Blake and Yang, but it also uses that as like a narrative thing. Blake's no longer like sort of in the shadows, but Adam was, you know, in the dark, and you know, dark is bad, and he'll see the light of day, and you know, Yang's gonna come and kick his ass. I didn't put that quite poetically, but you know what I mean. Yeah, that is. I'm trying not to go on and on and on about how much I love Yang and Blake. That's the that's the thing. I'm very proud of them. Sorry, my laptop's so slow. There's a bit of lag. I hope that doesn't affect the video too much. But yeah, I'm probably gonna try not to linger on this song too much more, otherwise it's just gonna turn into a sort of I love these characters and Bumblebee talk, and I could do a video on that, but I'm not gonna make this 40 minutes long. It's already too long. I hope you enjoyed this song, this video, that moment in the show where this was played. Well, no, this relates to, this was played in the credits. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.